Hey everybody, welcome back to Valentine TV. I'm going to try this once again. If it doesn't work, that means God doesn't want me to do it. Listen, I am doing a reaction from the Dynamic Reason channel. You can find him on YouTube. This is Valentine TV. I do reactions, so please don't get upset at me. I only do reactions, and I'm just trying to keep the family and friends of Kada Scott in the know. May she rest in peace, just in the know of what's going on or being said in case they haven't heard it. So I'm gonna put it on my channel just in case someone comes across it. So if you think that this gentleman is correct or is plausible, like me, I think it's plausible because I don't know her. I don't know. It's just strange. It's just something strange, and it's not actually motivated. They're not dating. I mean, he's just trying to think of what else could it be. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him speak, and y'all just put your comments, what you think, but be respectful. Okay, please be respectful to the Valentine TV channel, and I respect that. Thank you so much. Here we go. Here we go, Lord.
Steve, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Like to wish everybody out there happy Friday, and you know what that means. The story time with Stock Market Steve live stream starts tonight, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Everyone is invited to attend. Among one of the topics we're going to be talking about tonight is the Kada Scott story and all the information that came out this week. And speaking of Kada Scott, guys, we've been hit with a flood of information, and a lot of questions have been answered. But one question that hasn't been answered was, what was the motive, for her murder? Why would this guy right here at 21 years old, who only known Kada about a week to 10 days, suddenly take her life?
And yes, y'all know this is a reaction channel, so I do have to keep stopping. So if you want to see the full video, you can look in the description of this video and go to Mr. Dynamic, or you can stay and help Valentine TV because I'm going to try to get all the Katie Scott stuff that I can get that makes a little bit of sense anyway. So he was also wondering, was it somebody else in that stolen car with the dude, like another female? Somebody that could hold her in the car once he either pulled off, because I don't think it happened right at her job. So here we go. Let's hear a little more.
Keon King is who I'm talking about. This girl had a lot going for her. Miss America hopeful. She
Hmm.
was in pageants. She was a cheerleader, seemed like in some of the pictures. She had a good life. She was getting her grind on, moving forward one step at a time. Now she's gone. And a lot of people, are heartbreaking, broken, and a lot of people are just left wondering why. Today,
Oh my God. Family and friends and the people that know Miss Katie Scott, rest in peace. Um, just open mind. That's all I can say. Have an open mind. That's what I had to do.
I think I got an idea, and this is just me, of one of two things that this was about. In my opinion, this was a statement killing, and I'll explain it in the commentary. But for now, take a look at the latest news so far.
Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. A statement killing he is saying is um like he had I meant to say statement unalive and sorry. Oh my God. But okay. This is what he said it means. Um because she was like pop out in the head. I didn't even know that to the day. Excuse me. She was pop out in the head. Okay, and he said the only reason someone would do that is if somebody either stole something from them or they were owed something. He's thinking he's leaning more toward the owed something and like money. And then he also thinks that it was the girls, y'all know them two girls. He also thinks they were involved. And he also thinks, I'm gonna let him explain his own self in a minute, that he also thinks that maybe she may have owed some like rug money or because I mean I saw her smoke a blunt, but that don't mean you owe somebody nothing. I see that every day. But I'm just saying that I was just giving y'all a little bit of what he's gonna be like talking about, so you won't be caught off guard like I was. Anyway, we trying to figure it out because it happened like 20 minutes, like the pow powing, allegedly 20 minutes after she left. He had called her at her job. He knew that he was pulling up. Thought he was 21, thinking he gonna get away with it. I think that's why he stole the darn Uber driver car, and so he wouldn't get no red stuff in his car plus everybody knows his car. But anyway, I'm gonna let you listen to this, okay?
We are getting more answers as investigators work to piece together what happened to 23-year-old Kada Scott. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington. According to a spokesperson for the City Medical Examiner's Office, Kada Scott was killed by a gunshot wound to the head. Tonight, we've also learned a judge has revoked bail for the man accused of killing her. These developments come as the community works together to do what they can to lift the Scott family as best they can. CBS Philadelphia's Alicia Roberts continues our coverage.
Keon King was arraigned Thursday for the murder of Kada Scott. A magistrate revoked the 21-year-old's bail, who is now facing a capital murder charge. King
I wish they would have did that when he was on when he strangled the girl just before he even met Kata, probably.
did not enter a plea. Court records revealed Kada Scott left work upset the night of October 4th. Earlier that day, it's alleged she texted King, "Kidnap me again," with King responding, "You better be up to." Police
Ooh.
have said they believe Scott was killed 20 minutes after she left work. The medical examiner listed her cause of death as a gunshot wound to the head. Arrest papers claim King and another individual are seen on camera moving a heavy object consistent with a human body in the area where a week and a half later, police would locate Kada Scott's decomposed.
And I think that's the person that called last that said, "Oh no, y'all got to go back because y'all are looking in the wrong spot. She is like here. Go under a tree, look through the grass." She knew, or the person that called knew exactly where she was. Like they were there also. Okay.
Remains. King is also facing charges for kidnapping and strangling another woman in January. Homicide detectives say they are still working to identify any potential accomplices for Keon King. This is a memorial for Kada continues to grow outside the school where her body was discovered. Meantime, the community is coming together to lift up the Scott family with donations, including food and gift cards, inside Councilmember Anthony Phillips' office along the 1500 block of Wadsworth Avenue. Veronica Blue is one of many compelled to help after hearing Kada's story.
Mhm.
Just felt like I know her spirit. So I wanted to come and donate and help this family.
Dozens of others, like Cecilia Scott from Mount Airy, are also answering the call.
I have a grandson about her age, and the fact that she was going to college, and it was so sad that we felt we.
Y'all, I'm also from North Carolina, not Mount Airy, but most of my people are from, and we are very giving people and benefit of the doubt people. Y'all can tell by my page, by my channel, and when I saw her, I was like, oh, she. Probably a cousin of mine. Okay.
Whatever we could do.
Organizers say they will be accepting donations through Friday afternoon, hopeful that small acts of kindness may comfort those who grieve. Alicia Roberts, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Okay, guys, that's the latest with all the information that was dropped this week. Now, I sat and I thought long and hard both last night and this morning about this situation of what would make this happen, especially with him not knowing her no more than a week or 10 days, according to reports and text messages, conversations. Now, I think, and this is just my opinion, everybody has an opinion. I think him killing this woman, like I said, was a statement killing. Now we'll go back to the beginning of what we know a little bit about his criminal past. This guy we already know is a drug dealer, so he's out in the street. He has access to women.
See, I didn't even know he was a rug, he must be a big rug dealer. They kept saying pharmacist. So y'all know I'm thinking drugstore. You know, a pharmacist, not a street pharmacist.
Clientele. This guy, they announced yesterday a fourth kidnapping charge and an assault charge has happened with him involving another woman back in January. This is his MO. Now I want you to listen close to this. We already know that this guy is deceptive, ego driven, you know what I'm saying? And he's violent if need be. All of those cases that he did, I think people are looking at him the wrong way. People are looking at it like, you know, and I, for one, was one of the people that was going down that rabbit hole. We were looking at it as if this guy was just a domestic abuser and he likes girls. He when they refuse him, he beats them up or he stalks them and stuff like that. I think the stalking wasn't due to relationships. I think it.
Yeah, I don't think it was I don't think it was a relationship either. I think he wanted to scare the women, make them give him what they owe him, like money. Money. He was a street pharmacist. Oh my God.
Was due to business.
Ugh.
This guy right here, they say it was the local street pharmacist or drug dealer, what have you, whatever term you want to use. A lot of times you give stuff on credit. People owe you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have a reputation in the street, your ego, and all this other stuff that you don't play about your money and other things. And stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? That might explain why the woman didn't go to court, besides the fear factor of testifying against him the first time where he was let out on $20,000 cash bond. Because other information didn't want to come out of why it really happened. I don't know. This is just me just honestly thinking about the case, y'all.
And he also said, you know, the down there where he's looking in that window, that it was two people in that place, and he still managed to get the girl out, and he even had his child in the car. He had the child in the car when he got her out, the lady in January, and he still abused her. You know what I mean? And it wasn't actual. So that's why Mr. Dynamic is talking about it had to be they owed something. They owed something.
Now, I think his MO is he see these girls, he might give them credit, whatever he's selling, weed or whatever, or he let them smoke, get them to smoke with him and all this other stuff, and then come back and hit them like an inmate in prison when they setting you up for the kill. Hey, that wasn't free. You owe me this and that. Where's my money? When I get paid, this and that. I think honestly, that right there might have played a role in the death of Kada Scott. This guy shot her in the head, not even 20 minutes in the car. He came to her job. Conversation all day was good, according to reports, like it wasn't nothing major. Until people said, as Keon King was driving up there close to the job, all of a sudden, Kada Scott, they said they heard Kada Scott say, "You gonna argue with me now over this shit?" You know,
Wow, y'all, I never heard that part about what she said. Like somebody overheard her at work say this. Wow, 'cause I was wondering why would you go to work if you leaving in 20 minutes, right?
what I'm saying? Or something along that lines where the conversation turned a different direction. Now it's an issue when he gets up there. She gets in the car, whether she left voluntarily with her or he pulled off. When she got in the car, she was with him. And to be honest with you, we don't know if anybody else was in that car. Because I'm thinking like, this girl was a cheerleader. She's in shape. She going to struggle. She going to fight.
Yeah.
How does guy take off and drive holding her in the car? I mean, it might be possible without help. That's another thing nobody talking about. But hear me out. I said this was a statement killing. He shot her in the head. That's a statement killing. That's a statement. I think it came down to two things of why Kada Scott is dead. People that do this type of stuff, right? It's either something you stole, or they think you stole, or something that you owe. Either something was stolen or something was owed, and that contributed to the death of Kada Scott. There are people running around here saying, "Oh, well, Kada was doing some, sexual things with the guy." I don't think it's like that. I don't
No,
think it's like that at all.
no.
I honestly don't.
Me.
Look at this. Look at the facts. Keon stole a car the night before, right? From a DoorDash delivery driver or some type of food delivery driver, right? Kept the car overnight. Next day, he goes and picks up Kada in this car. He wasn't in his normal car. He took this car and met Kada, right? So that right there lets me know he had a motive already. He argued, the argument ensued, right? Past drama was brought up before he got there. He shot her in the car or in the trunk, whatever. Statement, sending a statement, making a statement. Two people helped him dispose of the body. I said, honestly, I believe one of them was a girl. I honestly do. And I think the tipster was one of those two people that helped. They knew too much. Exact detail. Remember they said he was at a house that was right next with two women in it? And they said, oh, the women were investigated, but they was released after being questioned.
And y'all remember the female that had the she went live and she was saying that Kada would walk her dog and stop right here and stop right here, and then she'd go and stop right here and that kind of stuff. She knew every detail of what Kada was doing. And remember Kada's auntie, her aunt was like reading it like visioning what had happened to her niece and who was involved. You know what I mean? I don't usually believe in none of that stuff, but she was hitting it on. She hit it right on the head.
He was close enough to where that house, then it was a place down here where the car was at, right there, within distance of him seeing, and then where Kada Scott was buried. That night she died, back and forth from the house to that spot. More than one person know. I think this guy right here was doing what he was doing, and he had some people that was around him that would either back what he was doing, or, you know what I'm saying, knew what he was doing and knew if something ever happened, you know what I'm saying, they would have his back, which emboldened him. That's my honest opinion with this.
All right, and that could be them also. So he was that's what he mean by making a statement. He's letting every other person know, if you owe me, you better pay me because this could be you. But he got caught, thank the Lord. He got caught with that. I hate that had to happen for him to be arrested. But that's what happened, allegedly. And if y'all want to see the whole thing uninterrupted, the Dynamic Reason channel on YouTube. All right, this is Valentine TV, and I will talk to y'all later. Okay, love y'all. Be safe out there. All right, bye, y'all.